Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are well. So, let's continue our chapter number 17, that is provisions and reserves. And the topic that I'm going to discuss today is revenue reserve and capital reserve. So, let's get started. So, firstly, let's see what is the meaning of revenue reserve. These reserves come into existence out of profits which have been earned in the course of day-to-day business operations. Means whatever the company is earning profits through the day-to-day operation, the money set aside from that profit is called revenue reserve. Right, so basically there are two types of revenue reserves: journal reserve and specific reserve. Journal, I have already discussed that the money that is we have just reserved in journal reserve can be utilized for any purpose, and in case of specific reserve, the money will be utilized for that specific purpose only for which this reserve has been maintained. Right, so these we have already discussed in my previous video, journal reserve and specific reserve. Now the main topic for today is capital reserve. So firstly, see what is this. The reserves created out of such capital profits. See students, as revenue reserves are we just may take money from the profits, but in case of capital reserve, the money is not taken from the profit, from the normal profit, in order to make the reserves. Right, so here we have to arrange funds from the capital profits only. Now what is the meaning of capital profit? The money earned or the profit earned through fixed asset. Fixed asset, for example, profit on sale. If we are selling any fixed asset and if we are getting profit out of that profit, if we are setting aside for future, that is called capital profit, not revenue profit. Next is profit on the revaluation of fixed asset. Revaluation not means we are selling it. Revaluation means we are recalculating the value of any particular fixed asset. Right, so profit on that revaluation is called capital profit, not revenue profit. Now I'll give you the example of revaluation. For example, before 5 years I have purchased a land for rupees 10 lakh. Now today's value of that land is 50 lakh. Right, so the difference, the profit, is called profits on revaluation. We are just reassessing the value of that asset, we are not selling it. So that profit is also called capital profit. Then profit on redemption. Redemption means cancellation. So when we pay back money to the debenture holders, then the profit arise out of that is called capital profit. Then profit prior to the incorporation of a company means before the starting of the company, if the firm is earning any profits, that is called capital profits. Right, so out of these profits, if we are taking money, if we are setting aside our profits for as reserve, so that reserve is called capital reserve. Now one thing I want to tell you, as in case of journal reserves, we can utilize the money for any purpose in case of journal reserve, and for specific reserve for any specific purpose. In case of capital reserve, the money will be utilized, the profits will be utilized to set off only capital losses only. For example, if we have sold our asset on profit, then this is not sure or possible that in the next year or any in the future we will sell another asset on profit. We can also sell on loss. So those loss will be सेट ऑफ विद द कैपिटल प्रॉफिट्स. तो जितने भी हमारे कैपिटल लॉसेस होते हैं, नाउ इफ आई से दैट लॉस ऑन रिडम्पशन ऑफ डिबेंचर्स, डिबेंचर्स की कैंसिलेशन पे हमें लॉस हुआ है, सो उस लॉस को भी तो सेट ऑफ करना है ना, तो उस लॉस को हम लोग कैपिटल प्रॉफिट्स के साथ सेट ऑफ करते हैं. राइट, तो जनरली हम लोग जो रेवेन्यू रिजर्व्स है दैट कैन बी यूटिलाइज फॉर डिविडेंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑल्सो टू द शेयर होल्डर्स, बट in case of capital reserve, the money will not be utilized for any distribution of dividends. So the money will be utilized only to set off the capital losses. Right, so this is it, this is our topic, this was the last topic, and one more important topic is there, that is secret reserve. So let's discuss this one. So secret reserves are those reserves which are not been disclosed by the balance sheet. See students, these reserves are created by showing profit at much lower than the actual. Why this is so happen? Because the company just want to show the better position of the company, right? So that is why what company does, it just show the profit at much lower value and showing the assets in lower figure and liability in the higher figure. Liabilities को ये ज़्यादा दिखा देते हैं, right? And assets को कम दिखा देते हैं, right? So the main motive यही है उनका कि ये actual position नहीं दिखाते बल्कि better position दिखाते हैं. So these are called secret reserves. So see how these reserves may be created. Then writing of excess depreciation, अगर ज़्यादा डेप्रिसिएशन लग गई है तो उसको हम लोग द मनी विल बी यूटिलाइज फॉर दैट पर्पस. फॉर चार्जिंग कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर टू P&L अकाउंट, अगर हमने इफ़ देयर इज़ एनी कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर एडिशन टू एनी एसेट दैट विल बी डन थ्रू दीज रिजर्व्स, right? So these are some conditions where we will use our secret reserves. So this was the last one. So with this our topic, our chapter number 17 is finished now. So please do your practice and send your queries. Thank you so much.